Guys, we've got to stop crying. We've got to stop crying about our crypto portfolios. If you're watching this video and your portfolio's in the red, well, guess what? You're not the only one. But we can't be crying. We've got Bitcoin here delivering a green week. We're going to get into where I think this can go over the next couple of weeks. But what I wanted to remind you guys, I can sense a lot of disgruntlement in this market, and I feel like the responsibility is on me right now to remind you guys of the importance of not getting shaken out in this market. And the reason this is particularly pertinent to me is I went through this, guys. I was in crypto in the early years. I bought my first few crypto and I got shaken out. I'm not scared to admit it. The bear markets here shook me out, and I left crypto, forgot about it, thought it was some, whatever, some little kind of scam thing. I'll go carry on with my stocks or my startups, and I just wish I left my crypto investments there. But I didn't. And that's why I'm bringing you this video to say, stop the crying. When you invested in crypto, there was no way you did not know that this is the most volatile asset class known to man. There's no way you didn't know there's an inbuilt Bitcoin halving. There's no way you did not know that there was a huge bear market which would come and retrace you to the downside. And we went through this bear market. Not only did we just go through this bear market, but we have also gone through the steepest US tightening of monetary policy, the steepest rate hike in many, many decades. So you've done really well, but I need you guys to stop crying, because you're going to start feeling sorry for yourself and you're going to panic yourself out and fudge yourself out at the critical time as we get closer and closer to this halving. So this message is for you guys, to remind you guys, if you look at this chart here, Bitcoin delivers insane results, right? 9,900%, 1,500%, then 5,500%. And then boom, 2014, year before halving, big retracement to the downside, 58% there. That's enough to shake people out, right? It shakes people out because people do not follow the right rules. And this is the problem. People come into crypto with the right intention, right? They know it's a volatile asset class. They invest a little bit, what they're willing to lose, and they buy some Bitcoin and maybe some Ethereum, and they do things the right way. Then they get caught up in the hype. They hear about some trader on Twitter, they hear about Pepe, and they hear about Dogecoin, and they hear about this NFT collection over here, and they start becoming misallocated and ape into a certain project, and their whole portfolio, 90% of the portfolio is just one random crypto project because they're in the Discord for that community, and they swear by it.
Crypto traders, get ready for a trading revolution with Coinbase Advanced. They've just made a big splash. Say goodbye to complicated deposit processes. Coinbase Advanced offers seamless GBP deposit. Top up your account with ease using options like easy bank transfers and faster payments. When it's time to cash out, enjoy seamless transactions through PayPal, faster payments, and SEPA transfer. Coinbase doesn't charge you for withdrawing your funds, so it's no hassle. With Coinbase Advanced, you will experience all the amazing features serious traders like us crave. From advanced trading tools and real-time market data to a large number of trading pairs, all backed by Coinbase's industry-leading high security standards. Coinbase Advanced gives you speed, control, and flexibility. Enter and exit trades quickly, manage risk with different order types, and enjoy a user-friendly interface that remembers your settings. Plus, not to mention, you can now earn up to 4% USDC rewards on your balance. It's time to take charge of your trading and start seeing results. Ready to make the most of your GBP deposit? Sign up for Coinbase Advanced today by using my affiliate link in the description and support this channel and unlock the seamless power of GBP deposits with Coinbase Advanced. Ijaz.uk/Coinbase. That's Ijaz.uk/Coinbase. Thank you, Coinbase, for supporting our content and community.
Those are the guys who are going to get wrecked, guys. I'm sorry to say that, but you've got to have a diversified portfolio of funds you're willing to lose. Because here's the thing. We all hear stories about, oh, look, I was this guy that bought crypto in 2010. If I held on to those 10 Bitcoin, I'd be worth so much money now. That person was never going to hold on to those 10 Bitcoin. That person never had the conviction to hold that Bitcoin and never had the portfolio diversification. So it's a irrelevant mathematical exercise to do. That person was never going to hold. Even if it doubled from there, they would have sold. They would have never have held to Bitcoin getting to 30,000, let alone 64,000 at the high, 64 to 69,000 at the high. So that's a fallacy. What's more important is you need to make sure you're following the principles of only investing what you're willing to lose. It's got to be an amount of money that you can forget about. You don't need to dive into your crypto portfolio in a bear market where everything is retraced, sell for a loss to fund your lifestyle, to pay your bills. That's the wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is to funnel away a little bit of excess cash flow that you have, a small percentage of your total net worth, and funnel it away and come back after a cycle, 2 cycles, to see that you can make generational wealth. But everybody gets distracted, right? Everybody wants to find the 1000x. Everybody wants to find the 10,000x. And, you know, YouTube, Twitter, all these platforms don't help with that because people are selling you a false reality. And it's just not the truth. So the truth is, Bitcoin has these inbuilt cycles. But it's okay. Once you get through those bear markets, you've always seen that leading up to the next halving, you get insane results, right? You get the halving and then you get crazy results. And then no doubt, just like how the sun rises in the morning, you will get another bear market after this one as well. And you've got to be ready for it. You can't be that person that panics at the final innings as we get closer to this halving to panic sell, take away, take that realized loss. And now suddenly you hate crypto. It's a scam. I don't believe in it. Because the reality is, if you want to look at the asset classes, these are the asset classes. Over the last 10 years, US inflation is up 31%, right? So if you invested in gold over the last 10 years, which is considered a good investment, over 10 years, you're up 40%. So that's 9% better than inflation. So your lifestyle only improved by 9%, your financial position, right? Your alpha is 9%. Now that is ludicrous because we know like that's not enough, is it? S&P, 216%, much better. Google, Facebook, Amazon, if you picked one of these amazing companies 10 years ago, not now, when it's obvious, 10 years ago you invested in these companies, Tesla would have delivered you 2,279%. Good investment. But look at Bitcoin, it's not even close, guys. 30,800%. But the problem is, everybody knows this. Everybody even knows this. They just become over-allocated. They become overzealous. They get greedy. They go look for other exciting projects. They become over-indexed in altcoins. And I know some of you watching that are in that same boat. But this is a message to say, do not get shaken out. Good times do come. And pretty much you've got through most of this bear market here, right? The only people that should really be feeling this right now are those that just happen to buy at the peaks, right? They were unlucky. They bought at 64,000. They bought at 69,000. I wouldn't even say unlucky, right? They came in when the tourists came in. You've got to accept that you did do that. But if you manage to DCA through this bear market, right, which is what you're supposed to do. You guys know that we've made content. You're not just supposed to say, oh, look, I bought a 69 and sit on your hands. No. If you had true conviction in crypto and you came in at 69, you just happened to buy at 69. That's okay. That's forgivable. But what's not forgivable is you not DCAing at 15,000. Hopefully you had some buys at 15,500. Hopefully you had some buys at 20 and 22 and 23 and 24. And these levels now we're at around 29. Hopefully your cost basis is coming down to that 40 level, that 30 level. You're around that point. If your cost base is 64,000, 69,000 now, what that tells me is you came in at the peak when everybody was talking about crypto. The Uber driver, everybody at college, everybody at university, wherever you guys are, work, right? At the water cooler, they're all talking about crypto. And you went in and aped at the top price, but you had no conviction. And therefore, you didn't buy the dip. You didn't continue researching about Bitcoin. You never continued researching about your favorite altcoins. And therefore, you never averaged out. You're going to be in pain. But for everybody else, you should have been DCAing. You should still be. In my opinion, of course, not financial advice, you DCA. And then you're going to be building a good cost basis that's going to ride you to the upside as we get to that hub. And already, I want to remind you guys, on this channel, I was buying Bitcoin at 15,500. I'm buying Bitcoin at 17,000, 18,000, 19,000. So when Bitcoin doubled up from 15,500 to 30,000 at the start of this year, you're already up on those buys, right? Yes, the buys that I was buying around 60,000 and 55, I'm always DCAing. You guys know that. And I will do the same. When Bitcoin goes to 100,000, 150,000, I'm going to keep DCAing. I will buy higher prices. I don't care. Because when we get the lower prices, I'm going to buy too. So guys, just wanted to share that to say, guys, do not get shaken out. We're nearly there. The halving is approaching. Things are getting better. Institutional adoption is getting better. Bitcoin is in a far better place now than it was just months ago, let alone years ago. Adoption really is moving in the direction. You've got to remind yourself of that. It's tough when everything's retraced. You open your portfolios down red, but you've got to remind yourself that. You've got to remind yourself of why you're in it. So now let's jump into the weekly chart. And you can see here on the weekly chart, we managed to deliver a green week. But you guys know I've been giving you the commentary throughout this week that I never trusted this move, right? You can see this move tried to break out here on the daily chart. Let me show you this daily chart. But what did I say on this triangle? I said, guys, it doesn't look like a great breakout. The volume wasn't there. I wasn't too excited. And just like we predicted, the rest of the week was just meandered all the way back down to the downside. So loads of people aped in on this candlestick, trying to get the breakout. Off we go to the moon. No, guys, the volume was never there. Never trusted that move. Now we're calling off. You guys know from a slightly broader perspective, what I'm really looking for is I want my retest of the EMA ribbon, right? And we are getting closer to that. Now, the other thing that makes me not trust this week too much is that the dollar index had a good week. This was the dollar index week running into its EMA ribbon. It's had 4 weeks in a row here. The NASDAQ had its second consecutive bad week. This is for the first time in 2023 this week. And yet for some reason, Bitcoin had this weird kind of week to the upside. I'm not believing it. CPI came in okay. Some elements of CPI weren't great. PPI inflation on Friday didn't come in too great. So it's not like we got amazing inflation data this week. So we're sitting here on Bitcoin kind of just sideways. Let's call it that. It was 1% this week. And it stopped the bleeding over the last 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks were red. And now it looks like we're over the next kind of couple of hours here as this candlestick closes, we'll manage to eke out a small green candle. But I'm still looking for more. I'm looking for a pullback. And that pullback for me, you guys know, is waiting for this rectangle, right? Waiting for the EMA ribbon. Can I get some nibbles at 27.8, 28,000 around this territory? I'll be more than happy to nibble. Now, there's no guarantees those will come, but that's what I'm looking for. I just don't see the steam in this market for us to just go, we're ready, off we go to the moon. Where's that going to come from? Where's that impetus going to come from? Outside of us getting an ETF approval, which of course the ARK ETF was delayed. I posted that on my Twitter, ijaz.uk/TG, if you want my Telegram updates with the links to my latest posts. So the main hope we're going to get now for Bitcoin is if this week, right now, this week here, dollar index gets sent to the downside. If we can somehow get a risk-off week this week where dollar index gets pushed to the downside, rejected from its EMA ribbon, just like we rejected it here, just like we rejected it here, and keep it in a downward trend, then Bitcoin can bounce. We can see a bounce from Bitcoin and we can start moving to the upside. But that comes with the other side of the stick. If the dollar index regains the EMA ribbon and can consolidate above it and bounce something like this over the next couple of weeks, we are in for a big pain on Bitcoin. And that is why I have to be prepared for lower price points in this territory for Bitcoin. Because if the dollar index bounces powerfully off its EMA ribbon, I suspect we're going to see something like this on Bitcoin. And then we have to get ready for 25 and those kind of price points. Until then, I'm not just worried about it just yet. I want to see, can Bitcoin do this? And at the same time, can the dollar index do something like this, where it gets rejected and thrown violently back to the downside? That's what we've got to play for this week. But the more important, longer-term message I wanted to give you guys is please do not be that person that I was in previous cycles where you get shaken out. You know what you're invested in. You've done the research. You've gone through this bear market. Just re-top up your conviction. Go do some research. Remind yourself why you're in this asset class. If you're over-indexed, fix it. Don't have too much in crypto. You're never going to succeed if you do that. If you're over-indexed, if you're misallocated in certain altcoins, you're always going to feel jittery and you're going to be the first of people to get shaken out in this market. If you appreciate this type of content, even on Sunday, make sure you smash up likes. Don't forget to subscribe. You're definitely going to enjoy this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.